Hello and welcome to some more truck racing here. Can't speak. We are here at New Texas for some more Week 13 racing. This is part of the fixed series that's going on for Week 13 alone. And we are in a 3.4K strength of field as the one truck. I knew I had to race this one when I saw it was at Texas, one of my favorite tracks to race. Despite how unpopular I know it can be. We will get out for qualifying here. And I was feeling pretty good in practice at first, but then the track conditions kind of started changing, and I started losing feel of exactly how to take 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 is where you want to be fast. Because 3 and 4 you're just flat out, so it doesn't really matter too much. But I think you might want to do like an easy lap around the first time around, because you're not quite up to speed by the time you get to start-finish line on the first time. But to be honest with you, I do not feel like waiting around and going slow the first time through, so we're just going to go ahead and try both laps. See what we can get. Just not quite up to speed yet once
one more lap.
Once you get to the line.
30.87. You're in pole. That puts you 0.66 quicker than second place. That was 30.
Feeling pretty good there. That was actually a much better 1 and 2. I'm not sure if I underdrove it the first time or what. But we should actually get a faster second lap here. So I guess that's further evidence that maybe you do want to go for it on the second lap.
Here's the flag. It's over.
Got more grip out here than I expected. I think the track usage is what really slowed down the track when I was practicing. So I was able to carry more speed there. Setup doesn't feel too bad, maybe a little tight for my liking, but not quite as weird as the Richmond setup was. That one felt pretty weird to me. I think a big focus in this race is going to be making sure you're slowing down enough in 1 and 2, get the truck rotated, and then I feel like we're just going to be flat-footing it through 3 and 4 the whole race, because that gets it on the right rear, and I think that's what we want. Gonna be pack racing though. It's gonna be important to keep the inside line, all that good stuff. Right now holding on to the pole. Hopefully we are able to keep that. I feel like a big key here will be making sure that we do not overdrive the exit of 2 and drift up too early, because you can actually keep quite a bit of speed just going a little easier and making sure you're hugging the line further into the corner through exit. So, wow, weirdly enough, not very many people qualifying yet. Is it because the track's going to get cooler or something? No, maybe not. Still got a ton of people to go, and we're going to have to wait the whole time. So I will go ahead and say goodbye for a minute, and we will rejoin when it's time to start going. Alright, we are back, and we held on to the pole, so that's good news. We are just about to get rolling here. I'll go ahead and get rolling myself since the pace car's about to get moving. There we are. And a little bit of cloud cover here. I'm a little concerned about overdriving too, though. I'm going to be really careful with that, but I also really want to keep my track position, so that's going to be a tough balance to keep. Had some people in chat talking about the new digital dash here in the truck. Can't really see it with how close I sit to the front, but that's what they run in real life, and always love when we got some more realism. Looks like it's going to be a first gear start, interestingly enough. So we'll be prepared for that. 25 starting the pits. I wonder if they missed the start or if they have the feeling this is going to be a real messy one. Hopefully, if it is, it stays behind us. And we can maybe even get some distance. I think I'm going to go a little harder early on. Try to keep this track position, and then we'll see where it takes us from there. But going green here, 40 laps at New Texas in the trucks. We'll be going on green.
Green flag, then go.
Okay, Colton, be ready.
Green, green, green. Outside, outside, clear.
Be able to just flat foot it here. Through 1 and 2 the first time around. Yes, sir. And then the whole race we should be able to take 3 and 4 much the same. This is me looking to get a little bit of space. They're too wide behind us. Love to see that. That's the space I wanted. And we might be able to actually take it a little easier through 1 and 2 this time as a result. Whenever we get the chance, gonna take 1 and 2 a little easier. Preserve that right front. And a yellow flag, unfortunately. Would have loved to see that go green and
Hell yeah.
maintain that gap as long as we could. But, quick yellow flag. How many tires we got? Unlimited tires.
The pace car is in, turn 2. Pace car speed is...
We didn't do any laps
75
though, so I don't
miles
think
per
we're
hour.
coming in to take any quite yet.
I only ran these like one time this week. Is there something you gotta do to make your tack work right, or is it just not working?
Somebody said the
Pit road's
Ford
open.
worked, but the Toyota and the Chevy
Let
worked
the
not.
pace car by.
I'm in the Ford. It only works like the shift RPMs. It doesn't work like when you get into the high RPMs, like 6,000, 7,000.
Yeah, they're talking about the lights
Yeah, mine
here.
works, like off pit road, then after that it's on.
How they
Like
don't
right now,
really
it's
work all the
it
time.
goes away.
I don't know if that's how it's supposed to, but they're saying it's like some sort of error. So seems like once you're in 2nd gear, then 3rd gear, and then they don't really show up in
Alright,
4th
I'm
gear, I don't
sure
think.
didn't screw something up, which is not
I just
nothing
figured that
unusual.
they don't show up there because you're not going to shift again, so you don't really need to know. I don't know.
It almost looks like they have different pages.
I'm not familiar with how it's supposed to look, to be honest with you. I almost want to save fuel just to keep as much in this truck as possible to keep rotation.
It's more like fluid. Because it's kind of irritating seeing it bounce around like that.
Yeah, kind of catches you out a little bit looking at it. I kind of got used to the ARCA cars, just the truck's a little different.
So this short race will get a little bit shorter
Refresh rate in real life, but you can't really see that.
since we'll be cutting some laps off. We'll be able to restart whenever we want here and hopefully get a better jump as a result.
I guess they took the choice dash away from the A car.
They definitely did.
I'm going to test 1st gear again, make
First
sure
thing
that
I
we're
know
not
when I
going to
got
get
in,
any
like,
tire
stumble
spin.
through. See if we can change it back.
It'll be fine.
And it's like the new dash
Yeah,
in
we're
the next
fine.
gen car is not any of the 3 that it used to be.
Jesus.
One to go.
So we will have a
Line up
35
on the
lap
outside.
race then,
I mean,
once we
that's
start
how I
going
like it.
green. I really need those guys behind us to get side by side again, give us a little bit of a gap, because otherwise the draft is going to give them every opportunity to try to
The
get
next
around
gen,
us.
then any fun to drive since the update.
I'm not really the type to want to block, so
I
if they
my
get
Beetle.
to
I
the
lost
inside
my
of us,
license
we're
at
just going to be in
Talladega,
trouble.
back away, fuck it, I don't care.
They weren't supposed to change anything with it.
I ran NIS earlier and it didn't. I mean, it felt the same to me.
Yeah, I thought they were getting a new tire.
We're going to have to give ourselves another open race to do for too long if I get the opportunity, because apparently they changed some stuff with how the tire
So
works in that
you're not going to
one.
be wrecking loose after 15 laps?
Heard some positive reviews so far.
I really couldn't tell you on that one. I know they were supposed to get a new tire model.
I'm still struggling to figure that car out, and they're changing things on me.
So
Maybe it'll be more
I'm not
intuitive,
even
though.
good at those,
Hopefully so.
I'm gonna have to wait till I run oval.
Getting restarted now, though, in this race.
You have
Any
control.
trucks.
Maintain the pace speed until the restart zone. Then go.
Alright, Colton.
I want to
race
not be
car
able to
just
take
left.
2 tires and be a half a second faster.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man.
Much better start than that first start, since we got to choose when we go. Get to take a wider entry as well, less sketchy through 1 and 2. Break the draft a little bit. Don't know if that's going to help at all, though, because that guy's going to be right on us before too long. So that's just kind of how this works.
New fastest lap for Corsi, 32.13.
I don't mind entering the middle lane there. I don't think you really need to take the full angle into the corner with how underpowered the truck is. So if I can stay out of the draft, maybe just do that.
29.93. The guy behind has just done a 30.00.
We'll see if we can hold on to our tire wear. .4 behind us.
The lap time was at 30.04.
Getting it low on exit.
Sorry, 22.
Right now, able to maintain that gap.
Your last lap time was at 30.11.
He had a better corner than us there. Not really sure how this thing's gonna end up handling. I feel like it's gonna get tight just on how it feels, but it could get loose, given how hard we're pushing 3 and 4. Giving up a little bit in 1 and 2 in order to try to not overdrive it. Feel like he's inching closer. That's pretty much what I expected, though. It was going to be really hard to break away from him with the draft the way it is.
You've just done a 30.38.
0.3 back to the 2 truck. 0.6 back to the 4 in third. I'm hoping that this dirty air will make things harder for those guys too. Maybe make their trucks handle a bit tighter. If I can get those guys side by side to give us a little bit more gap, that would be excellent. Gained a little bit back on the 2. They're starting to bunch up back behind us. Truck still feels good, getting maybe slightly tighter in 1 and 2, but not anything different from what I expected. Keep it low on exit. He's not interested in following our draft, so I will definitely take that. Being able to go the whole back stretch, or at least most of it, without him in our draft should help. I'm honestly surprised they have not been able to drive up to me. Truck needs the super draft maybe for them to catch me, like the apparently the Gen 4 also has. Still planning on running one of those. I'm just a much bigger fan of official racing, so I'm more eager to run these. But Gen 4 has got some unofficial racing going on. I'll definitely give that a look. I feel a little bit looser in 3 and 4. Don't mind it though. Already was feeling a little bit tight. Our gap is currently growing to them behind us, so this clean air might be very important. And that's good because we've got the cleanest of air in front of us. Open track. Have to stay on top of it though. I don't want to make any slides or... Wow, what did I just say? That was awful. There I went saying I wanted to stay on top of it and immediately got loose. I did not expect it to get that loose that soon. I think I gotta stop doing the shallower entries now. Slight lifts. That'll be much better for us. That's alright, we felt it that last lap and now we can adjust.
Fuel's good.
Andrew, I didn't block you.
I wonder if we're gonna get a wreck soon because of that sudden loose feeling. Guess we just got some shade. Maybe that'll help us rip up in 3 and 4. He's still within a second, so he's still within our draft, at least a little bit.
Please don't fucking
The
rag.
yellow flag is out.
And
Line
they
up the
wreck.
file. Closed. Pit road is closed. Catch the
That's
pace.
alright. We'll get tires, hopefully have ourselves a clean stop, and we'll get this started again. Feeling pretty good so far. Felt like our approach was keeping us in front of the guys
Pace
behind.
car speed is 86 miles per hour. The pace car's in, turn 2.
At least 2 trucks involved in that one, it looks like. 20 and 13, most likely.
Let the pace car by. Pit road's open.
Alright, we're gonna put... Nah, never mind. It was getting pretty loose. I was gonna say we're gonna put fuel in it to make sure it's rotating, but I think it was rotating
Not
okay.
getting up here.
Could you not fuck everybody out of pitting? That'd be great, buddy.
Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. You've got loads of
Okay,
fuel.
gonna need to have a clean stop. Keep our track position. It's gonna be very important, I think.
10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Ooh, a little slow into the box. I think it was okay though. 88, 87, so I am happy with that.
98%. Left front 96.
96, 94 in the lefts. We'll see if anyone tries anything crazy with the 2-tire call or anything.
Go, go, go!
Alright, we will keep it. Those guys jockeying for position behind us.
The pace car is in, turn 2.
Able to execute a clean enough stop. I know I entered my box a little easier, but that's because I knew we had the advantage coming in ahead of those guys. And so long as I didn't slide past my box or make any mistakes like that, we should have been able to keep the
The pace car is in, turn 3.
track position. We'll share our tires. 88, 87. Same thing that guy had.
Let the pace car by.
So we were in fact on the right rear, so I'm happy with just maintaining the fuel level we have. It'll be a first gear restart again. Got a really good jump last time. I think that's going to be important too.
1 lap to green.
Keep as much of a gap as possible. Only 15 to go, so they might be driving a little bit harder. We're going to have to keep that track position. So far so good in this one though. Always fun driving Texas. Having fun trying to maintain my pace. See if we can't win this one. Cloudy day in Texas. At least it's not foggy. I haven't seen fog too much recently. Maybe they adjusted that a little bit. Maybe it's not so bad. For a little bit there, it was like fog every race. So here we go, 15 to go. We're leading them off.
You have control. Maintain the pace speed until the restart zone. Then go.
The pace car is just left.
Green, green, green.
Another solid launch.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Uh-oh, guy behind us wants to do some snaking.
Caution. Yellow
And a
flag.
yellow.
Line up, single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
Oh boy. Unfortunately, bit of a messy one, but it is a fixed race. It is what happens in a lot of these.
83 miles per hour.
Plus, week 13 always has a little bit of a funk to it. Everybody's kind of a little weird on week 13.
Further back, and I'm 18.
This car and back stretch, we will slow
Yeah,
down
guy
for
hit
it.
the wall and then came down on someone
Every one of
else.
these yellows gonna make it so we've got fewer laps we have to hold these guys off for.
Turn 3.
Let the pace car by.
The Michaels are dueling behind us, though. The more those guys stay side by side, the better for us. The 5 truck, I believe, was able to overtake him on that restart, but now the 2 is going to be most likely able to get to his inside, heading into turn 1.
Pit road is closed.
To the green. Apologies for all the yellow flag laps, but that is just how it goes in these shorter races a lot of the time. I didn't do it. Can't blame me. I'm out here minding my own business. They're back there wrecking. We'll see what's going on back there later when we check the incidents. It's interesting, we've got a bunch of clouds over here in 3 and 4 direction, but it's a little bit more sunny over in 1 and 2. I wonder if they've got the weather dynamic. I know sometimes they don't have weather dynamic for fixed series. I think I heard that. I don't run fixed very often, but I thought I remembered people talking about that. We're going to get back going here on lap 29 heading to 30, so we will have 11 laps to go. Basically a sprint to the end. Would love it if it just went green.
1 lap to green.
I think
Line up on the inside.
that might be our best chance. If we make it like 5 laps or something and then we get another yellow, we might end up in an awkward pit stop situation where some guys might stay out, some guys might go in with our unlimited tires. I really hope it doesn't come to that, because that'll give us a very high chance of getting screwed over. One of those situations where if I stay out, everyone behind me is going to pit, and vice versa. Don't think we'll have any new tire spin to worry about. It's a pretty quick shift, but I do think we want the launch from first gear. Just keep it in second right now, so I'm not revving up all annoying. But moving it down now, so we're getting closer to that restart zone. Let's do it again. We had a couple of good launches before. Let's do it
You
again.
have control. Maintain the pace speed until the restart zone. Then go.
Okay, Colton, the pace car is just left.
Green flag, green flag.
Guy behind trying to jump it. Felt like I had to go once he did that, because could have been an ugly situation
Fuel left.
where the field gets all wrecked. I guess that's not my problem if it does happen, but you know.
Thanks, man.
Fortunately, he is right behind us.
Shit, Andrew, I didn't even see. I'm sorry.
We're just gonna have to keep this track position though.
10 to go. This time by.
It's the wall, I think. Hard to tell because he blinked at about the same time. Trying to keep him out of our draft as much as possible. Make sure we keep down by that white line. I think this track position is really important. They're getting into that dirty air, and I think it's slowing them down. Sure we don't hit the apron or anything silly like that. Need that 5 to get alongside the 2 or something. It's making me nervous. He's pretty close.
That was 13.18.
Underdrove that maybe a little bit. I think we're fine. Now remember, the truck is going to get tighter, so I can't overdrive it too much in 1 and 2. So far, I've been able to keep him back there. Coming to 5 to go. I feel like we might start getting that loose feeling just before we hit the end of this thing.
We're in a
If
podium
the handling
position.
behaves like it did earlier in the race. Aha, there's side by side behind us. That is what I wanted to see. Fortunately, it looks like the 5 is able to make the pass, or get or hold them off. I'm not sure who was where. They're both named Michael. Have to keep going. Three to go. Oh, maybe overdrove it a little bit. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Feel the grip going down though. I think I'm pulling away a little bit. Now I gotta make sure I'm not overdriving this.
2 left to go.
That is
Two to go.
the worst
Stay
thing I could
focused
do right now, I
on
think.
this.
Worst thing I could do right now is get tight. Have to lift off to not hit the wall or something.
White flag. 9.
Alright, white flag, let's get there. No yellows. Yes, sir. Alright. One more clean lap, I think,
Come
should
on,
do it
Colton.
for us.
One more lap. Keep it together. We'll win this.
Keep it close to that white line on exit. We'll break the draft a little bit. Doesn't really matter at this point, though, because I don't think he's catching us. Watch for any surprise loose moment. Not feeling it. We'll get it done. Alright. Thanks, man. Good race, guys.
Great job. Well done. That's the
You won.
end of the session.
All right.
Today.
That can't hold me up. Very lucky.
What did he say?
Count your blessings.
He was saying I was loud or something. But we get the win! Maybe I'm just loud. Racing's loud.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
We'll do a little celebration. Just a tiny one. Because this was a strong field. 3.4K strength of field. We were the one truck, but still not easy to win these things. We'll do a little mini celebration. Alright. And then, of course, we kind of ruined our tires, but I do think we probably were on the right rear there. Maybe a little closer to even with the lighter fuel load. And we'll go ahead and look at the incidents now. Nice to be able to pull that one off after we had a couple of rough ones with disconnects and getting wrecked. So lap 2, guy on the wall, and then a guy and a guy and a guy. 3 truck, really bad luck there, just the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing he could do about that. Except maybe qualify. I think he was one of the guys that did not qualify. Or no, I think he did, actually. I was watching his qualifying lap, I believe, and he got loose on the second lap. Where it looked like he was trying to go fast, get the hot lap there, and he got loose, so I think that kind of messed up his qualifying. Jeff Gordon into the wall, and then decides he likes it so much he'll do it again. But unfortunately, that gets these guys all messed up, trying to avoid him. Yeah, 16 has to try to dodge him, and then 13 was there. Everyone just trying to avoid it. The mess. So that was another one of our mini cautions here early on. Couple of wall hits through the field. Everyone keeps it straight though. Oh wow. The 20, unfortunately though, bounces off pretty hard. They were 3 wide there. Turn 2 gets a lot of guys because you lose a lot of grip if you're too high out of the groove. And the 20 bounces off, slams into the 16, nearly gets him flipped over. Some big hits there though. And he will be out of the race. And was that it? I think it was clean the rest of the way. Alright. So we will get the win here on week 13. Start on pole, get the win. We'll go ahead and take a look at the results page now. Coming up in just a moment. Here it is. Make sure you can see it. There we go. 59 I rating gained. Pretty much offsetting that last race I did. And we get the fastest lap. We'll get 207 championship points. So 2 thumbs up there. And here's the rest of your finishing results. A lot more incidents than I thought, but I guess we did have a couple of cautions. We had 3 of them, so that'll happen when you got people running into each other. The incident points will build up, but thankfully we keep it clean and we'll keep it steady for a win here on week 13. Thank you for joining me for this one. I hope you enjoyed some fixed racing for once. Not too bad. I think the setup was actually pretty decent. Getting on that right rear a tiny bit. So I had fun. I enjoyed Texas. So appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.